Welcome in, everybody, to Upperman High School as the Upperman Bees get set to take on the Coffee County Red Raiders in a non-district game here in Baxter. I'm Jacob Vincent, joined by Cameron Hughes on camera tonight for a fun one between two sides above 500 on the season. The Bees coming in at 13-11 on the year. The Coffee County Red Raiders out of the 4A classification in District 6 4A at 14-11. Let's bring you the starting nine, brought to you by Quick Cash Pawn. First for the Red Raiders, coming to the plate in the top half of the first, it'll be Davis McKenzie to lead it off. Landon Abalana will bat second. Batting third is Preston Steele. Boone Floyd is the cleanup batter. Kason Morrison bats fifth. Batting sixth is Jackson Pruitt. Batting seventh, Grayson Sadler. Chase Leonard bats eighth, and batting ninth is Matt Moore. In the field for the Upperman Bees today, on the mound is Maddox Barnes. Behind the plate is Denton Huddleston. In the infield from left to right, Andrew Hedrick is over at third base. The shortstop today is Dawson Mullins. Brain Green is at second base. Carson Shoup is at first. In the outfield from left to right, Jackson West is in left field. The center fielder this evening is Ryland Case, and the right fielder Braden Wolke. Maddox Barnes on the mound for the Bees. He has been solid this season, and he had a really nice outing his last time out. He pitched him on Monday. He had to come in a relief spot and a big opportunity, and was able to get a couple of big outs in that ball game on Monday. He's got a 4.98 ERA this season, a 3-1 record, 6 appearances. He's made 3 starts. This is his 4th start of the season. 19 2/3 innings. He's allowed 24 hits, 17 runs, 14 have been earned, 10 strikeouts to 7 walks, and a batting average against of .289. He faces Davis McKenzie, the shortstop, to lead it off here for the Red Raiders. Once again, 14-11 on the year. They split against Cookeville earlier this week in district play. Barnes will work out of the windup on the mound. Underway. First pitch swinging. McKenzie sends it into left field, and it's a leadoff single on the first pitch of the ball game. The Red Raiders have their leadoff man aboard. Bees coming off a loss in district play to Stone Memorial Tuesday night, 3-1 here in Baxter. They're trying to bounce back and get back into the win column. They've got a couple of big games coming up. Play Saturday on the road at White House, and then some more games coming up next week as well for the final week of the regular season. Some big ones against White County Monday and Tuesday to decide who's going to be the 1 seed going into the district tournament. Runner on first here is McKenzie. Abalana will step to the plate. Check over by Barnes, and back in safely is McKenzie. Landon Abalana is the first baseman, batting second for the Red Raiders. Barnes with some early runners on the base paths. Not much of a lead over at first base. The pitch in to Abalana, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. It drops in for strike one. A good off-speed pitch there for Barnes. Red Raiders winning at home in Coffee County on Monday against the Cavaliers. Had a nice couple of outings on the mound from 2 of their pitchers, and then Tuesday falling in a close one, 5-2. That breaking ball dips a little bit low. Huddleston keeps it in front, and the count now 1-1 on Abalana at the plate. Head coach Jerry Pruitt gives the signals over the third base coach's box to his runner over at first and his batter and Abalana at the plate. Let us know where you're watching from, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel for now. We had some problems with YouTube on Tuesday for some reason. It is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Another check to first. Back in safely. Upperman in the gold uniforms today. Gold tops, white bottoms, white hats. Coffee County in the road black tops. White bottoms with pinstripes. And the red and black hats as well. Runner goes, swung on, popped up left side. Shallow center field. Coming onto it is Case, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So Ryland Case, first time he is tested out in center field in spot of Dalton Mathis, who has been out there for most of the season in center. Case makes the catch, and there's one gone here on the top of 1. That'll bring Preston Steele. He's the DH for this Coffee County squad. He'll step into the left-handed batter's box. He's got a runner over at first in McKenzie, who led it off on the first pitch he saw with a single out to left field. Barnes will miss outside as Huddleston is able to get back there, and it's 1-0 here to Preston Steele. Mentioned Barnes got a relief appearance on Monday. He had to come in a tight spot on Monday at Stone Memorial in that ball game. He was able to get a big out to get out of the inning. And then he started the 7th. This one blocked up well by Huddleston. He couldn't quite get a handle on it. Kept it in front, but couldn't quite pick it up. and taking the bag will be McKenzie. He hesitated for a second and then able to advance. And the count now 2-0 on Steele at the plate. In that game for Barnes on the mound, in that relief appearance, he got the win in the one inning that he threw. He gave up one hit, no runs. He had a walk and a strikeout. Came in for the last out of the sixth, the first 2 outs of the seventh, and then the save by Green for that final out. Barnes a peek back to second with a runner on. 2-0. Dips down low, 3 balls and no strikes here to Preston Steele. First base open, Steele at the plate. One gone here on the top of the first, just underway in Baxter. Non-district battle between these two sides. Barnes ready to go out of the stretch. This one swung on, hit well, out to right field, sending back Wolke. It is over the wall and right, and a 2-run shot for Preston Steele to start it off here on the top of the first. That ball got out in a hurry as it creeps over the wall in right field, and it's 2-0 Coffee County. So that one a shot out to right, and Steele puts the Red Raiders on top. So Steele sends it out of here over the right field fence, and an early lead for the Red Raiders here in the top of the first. I mentioned these two teams met earlier this season back on March 19th. At Coffee County, 7-6 win for the Red Raiders in that game. Jackson Green got the start in that one. Braden Wolke and Carson Shoup also pitched. On the other side, it was Dedman who started. Xander Meeks, who the Bees will see coming up in the bottom half, got the win and relief in that game. As there's a breaking ball across for strike one to Boone Floyd. Floyd, the third baseman for this Red Raiders squad. One away here in the top of one. The 0-1 swung on, and that one driven foul towards the Upperman dugout. It's 0-2. Some more midweek baseball for these Bees with one more week to go in the regular season. Got a game on Saturday at White House. 4 games next week to finish it out. 3 of those being at home, as that one's going to miss upstairs. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Floyd. Got the big series against White County to finish out district play, and then games Thursday and Friday next week against Station Camp in Gordonsville. A couple of tough squads to finish out the regular season. 1-2 here to Floyd, and the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, sent out to right field. Wolke says he's got it, and he does for out number 2. So a couple of flyouts in the inning so far. There's 2 gone and nobody on for Kason Morrison, the right fielder for Coffee County, as he steps to the plate. Bees had really found their rhythm at a 5-game win streak before the loss to Stone Memorial on Tuesday at 3-1. And been playing some good baseball here recently. Barnes delivers home. This one fouled back, and it's 0-1. Coffee County, on the other hand, been a little bit up and down here recently. Had a nice winning streak of 5 games at the end of March. Here in April, it's been a bit of a struggle. Just a couple of wins so far, 2 and 5 in the month of April. There's a strike right there. And it's 0-2 to Morrison at the plate. Barnes trying to work around the 2-run homer. And the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard out towards right field. Wolke got a break on it, slides to the knees and makes the catch as it tails away. Nice catch by Wolke to finish the inning, but 2 runs across on the 2-run shot by Preston Steele. Coffee County leads 2-0. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network. It's a 2-0 lead for Coffee County as we get going here in the bottom one with the Bees coming to the plate. The quick cash ball starting 9 for the Bees coming to the plate. Braden Green leads it off. Chris Worsing bats second. Carson Shoup batting third. Denton Huddleston will bat fourth. Batting fifth is Dawson Mullins with Jackson West in the sixth spot. Braden Wolke bats seventh. Ryland Case bats eighth. And Andrew Hedrick batting ninth. On the mound is Xander Meeks. He's got a 1-3 record. He's made 8 appearances so far this season. Solid ERA, 1.84 and a batting average against of 231. He's pitched 19 innings, given up 18 hits, 17 runs, but only 5 have been earned. 22 strikeouts and 6 walks. He last pitched on Friday last week against Cascade in a 9-2 loss, and he got hit up pretty good. 5 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 5 were earned, 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. He threw 86 pitches, only 53 were strikes, and he hit 2 batters in the process. We'll take on Braden Green to lead it off. Chris Worsing DHing today, batting second, and Carson Shoup over at first base, due up here in the bottom half of one. And already a 2-0 lead for this Coffee County team, thanks to the DH for Coffee County and Preston Steele. And they are letting them warm up here in this bottom half of the first. We're ready to go. Now Meeks looks ready to go. They'll get the throw down to second. We'll be ready for action as the Bees trying to get the offense going a little bit. Just the one run on Tuesday night. It was a really good outing by Memphis Barnes on the mound for Still Memorial. And same thing for Jackson Green. He really pitched well. 3 runs, none earned. Here comes Braden Green. Green batting .250 this season. On-base percentage of .464. That's the big reason why he's in this leadoff spot right here. The second on the team, only behind Chris Worsing, who's at .511. Leads it off against Meeks on the mound. And that first one will miss a little bit upstairs, 1-0 to Braden Green. Green reached once on Tuesday. He drew a walk to lead off the game as this one is swung on. Right side of the infield, second baseman gloves and throws the first for the first out of the inning as Grayson Sadler is able to make the play there at second base. And there's one down here in the bottom of one. Chris Worsing, batting .420 on the season, will step to the plate now. Leads the team in hits with 29 of them, doubles with 14. He has also walked 14 times. That is second on the team. Base is empty as he faces Meeks on the mound with 1 away. First pitch in to Worsing. Breaking ball, just a little bit outside, ball 1. And that one dips downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes here to Worsing. Makes the lanky right-hander on the mound. He'll step back on the rubber as he works out of the windup and delivers the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, right side of the infield. More work for Sadler. Eats him up. Worsing trying to beat it out. He will do so. And they're going to go with an E4 on that one, but Worsing able to reach with 1 away here in the bottom of 1. And the Bees had some errors of their own in the field on Tuesday night. That was the undoing of that 3-1 ball game. We'll see if they're now able to cash in, reaching on an error here in the bottom of 1. Carson Shoup steps to the plate. He has been swinging a great bat. He's up to .286 on the season. 20 hits, 11 doubles, 18 runs batted in. That's second on the team, 0 the doubles. First pitch into him, a fastball is swung on and fouled off. Coach Shanks right there. We'll get it right back in. It's 0-1. Worsing had a break. He's back into first base. Meeks will peek over the shoulder at him with one away here in the bottom of one. He delivers the 0-1 pitch. It dips outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Carson Shoup. Bees off tomorrow before the game on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. start time Saturday morning at White House. We'll be there for it. And the 1-1. Downstairs, gets away from the catcher behind the plate. Doesn't realize where it is. Worsing takes a hard turn at second. Still looking at 3, and he's going to try it. A little bit of a hesitation move, but he dives in safely. Heads up base running there by Chris Worsing as the catcher and Jackson Pruitt didn't realize how far back that backstop was. And Chris Worsing advances a couple of bags. So a nice job there by Worsing as he took the hard turn at second. Got about a quarter of the way to third and said, you know what, I'm going. So now a runner at third and a 2-1 count to Shoup. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Shoup second on the team and 18 runs batted in this season. The 3-1 hit hard in left center. Shoup puts it on a right and down. The Bees get 1 run across. Shoup is looking for 2. He'll be in with a tee-up double as he drives home Chris Worsing. Carson Shoup does the job again. And it's a 2-1 lead now for Coffee County as the Upperman Bees get a quick answer in the bottom of 1 to cut the lead in half. Exactly what they needed. We'll see if Denton Huddleston can keep it going in this cleanup spot in the lineup. So Carson Shoup now at second base after another double. That's his 12th on the season, second only behind Chris Worsing, who's at 14. He now ties Jackson Green with 19 runs driven in as well. They're going to check back to Shoup. He is able to slide back in safely. Pretty good move by Meeks. They had the shortstop, McKenzie, holding on for the design pickoff. He's back out and taking his lead with Huddleston at the plate. There's a pitch from Meeks. That was a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Meeks works out of the stretch with Shoup at second, peeks back to him. Comes the 0-1. Swung on and a foul ball over the right side towards the dugout of Coffee County. It's 0-2. District tournament action just around the corner here in the Upper Cumberland. Final week of the regular season coming up next week. One of our high school baseball game of the week tomorrow night at Watertown. Smith County taking on Watertown, a non-district game this year. As this one will miss inside. A good layoff there by Huddleston. It's 1-2. We'll have one more high school game of the week next week. In the regular season at least. And obviously some more coming on the way in the postseason as well. Huddleston asks for time. Now he'll step back in. A 1-ball, 2-strike count on him with 1 away and a runner on second. The pitch from Meeks. Popped up. That'll be sent out of play back towards us here at the press box. And it'll be 1-2 still. Huddleston second on the team. He's got a .301 batting average this season. 11 runs batted in. He's trying to find number 12 and tie this game up in the bottom of 1. There's the pitch. This one is hammered by Huddleston, but it's going to go foul as that one goes deep into the corner. And still a 1-ball, 2-strike count here on Denton Huddleston at the plate. Trying to sit back on in that inside half pitch. It's something he can handle. 1 away here in the bottom of 1. An RBI double by Shoup. He stands at second. Here's the pitch. Outside. No, they rung him up. Wow. All righty. Well, a strikeout looking for the second out of the inning. And Dawson Mullins will now step to the plate with a runner on second and 2 gone. Well, then Huddleston's open. Maddox Barnes gets those calls on the other side. Meeks delivers in to Mullins. That's upstairs, 1-0. Talk about a kid swinging the bat well. Dawson Mullins started that against DeKalb County, continued on against Still Memorial earlier this week. Last 4 games, he is swinging .455 in 11 ABs. Tops on the teams. This one hit hard, left side of the infield. Work for McKenzie. He makes a good throw and gets the final out of the inning. The Bees get one across, cut the lead in half. 2-1 as we head to the second. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Back here in Baxter, top of 2. It's a 2-1 lead for the Coffee County Red Raiders. They're coming back to the plate. 6, 7, and 8 due up here in the second. Jackson Pruitt, Grayson Sadler, and Chase Leonard to the plate, taking on Maddox Barnes on the mound. Keep those comments coming along. Goose is tuning in. I don't know why he's not cheering for Cameron, so I don't know, Cameron, if you want to take that as a slight, but he's cheering for me. I appreciate it. I'll cheer for Cameron here in the press box. It makes me look good here on the broadcast. I'm Jacob Vincent. That's Cameron Hughes here in Baxter. Upperman, a non-district game against Coffee County today. Second time these two teams have met this season. Was a 1-run loss earlier this year at Coffee County. 7-6 for these Bees. 2-1 lead right now for the Red Raiders as we get going in the top of 2. Jackson Pruitt behind the plate. Defensively will step in. Barnes' first pitch into him. Another breaking ball right there for strike 1. He's relied upon the off-speed early on in the outing so far and has had a nice job with it. Just the one mistake so far that was sent over to that right field fence. There's the 0-1. That one dips outside. Barnes peers over that mitt as he stands on the mound with 2 feet. Now into his motion, delivers home, swung on out towards center field. Case ranges to his right, and he's got it for out number 1. It did pop out of the glove, but they say it was on the transfer. So it is out number 1. And there's one gone here on the top of 2. Grayson Sadler will step to the plate. Sadler had a little bit of work there in the bottom half of the first over at second base. He'll have his first chance now at the plate. Down the line, just foul at that third base sign. Oh, 1 here to Sadler. Barnes delivers. Popped up back towards us again at the press box. It's 0-2 quickly on Grayson Sadler. With 1 away and nobody on here in the top of 2. Barnes trying to go quickly through this second inning. Just had the one mistake. It was the leadoff single to McKenzie. He advanced to second on a ball that kind of got away from Huddleston a little bit. He kept it in front, just couldn't quite find it. Then Steele sent it out of here on a line drive home run. Great breaking ball there for the swing and a miss. It's the first strikeout of the game for Maddox Barnes, and there's 2 down here in the top of 2. So Barnes finding a little bit of rhythm on the mound. Here comes Chase Leonard, the left fielder. Mentioned Barnes kind of had a slow start to the season, but has continually gotten better in every outing since. That one just misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Tick under 5 on the ERA, but a record of 3-1. Good mix between starts and relief appearances this season as well. This one is swung on. Hit hard out to left field, and not getting there in time is West. Bounces over his head towards the wall. Going to be extra bases for Chase Leonard. He's into second base. Quickly getting it in is West. And it looks like they're going to go with a single and then the error in the outfield. So advancing to second in the process is Leonard. And it will be a runner at scoring position for the center fielder and Matt Moore. So Moore steps in with a runner in scoring position and 2 gone. Barnes will work out of the stretch with the runner at second now. First pitch into Moore. Another breaking ball right there for strike 1. Been able to get ahead a couple of times with that breaking ball. Barnes will peek back to second a couple of times and deliver the 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. Check swing up the middle. Mullins can't quite glove it short. And everybody's going to be safe. Going to be another error in the inning. So now back-to-back errors in the field for the Bees defensively. And there's runners at first and second for Davis McKenzie, who ripped a single out to left his first time up. He came around to score on the 2-run shot by Preston Steele. Huddleston will have his first and third signs at home plate. Picturesque day for baseball here in Baxter. Was a little bit breezy at start time. It has since died down. It was about 79 degrees when we got started just after 5:30 here in Baxter. Not a cloud in the sky. Double move, they got him. Got him in a rundown, throw back to first, and then it goes into foul territory as the throw is off the line. 1 run scores. Around second base goes Moore. He's looking for 3. Just now to it in right is Wolke, and now Shoup will have it over at first base. So Chase Leonard able to score the run. After the double move doesn't work, they got him off the bag. Diving back in was Moore, and the throw was off the mark, went into foul territory, and Moore then advanced over to third in the process. So another error in the field for the Bees. Now 3 of them here in the second inning, and another run across. And still got to deal with Davis McKenzie at the plate. Barnes will deliver home. This one swung on. Flare to right. Green cannot make the catch as it just gets away from the glove. As he dives after it, it's an RBI single for Davis McKenzie. So a 4-1 lead for Coffee County. And here comes Landon Abellana. He flew out to center field his first time up, 0 for 1. He's got a runner on first and 2 outs here in the top of 2. Bees had a couple of outs on the flyout and a strikeout. The single by Leonard, and then reaching on the error was Moore. And then another error in the field. Big lead over at first. Ground ball left side. It bounces off the mid again of Hedrick. This one goes into the outfield. McKenzie took a big turn at second. He'll trot back in. And they're going with another error in the field for the Bees. Now 4 of them here in the second inning. So McKenzie to second. Abellana to first. 4th error of the inning for the Bees. They struggled with the errors in the field on Tuesday against Stone Memorial. That's ultimately what led to the loss of 3-1. All 3 of those runs came across in the first inning. So stepping to the plate now is Preston Steele. He's already 1 for 1 with a 2-run bomb. He's got runners on first and second and 2 outs. Long look in by Barnes on the mound. Steele ready to go now. The delivery. Breaking ball is through the 5-6 hole left side. They're going to send the runner in McKenzie as he's just getting past third. West bobbles in the outfield. Throw comes in. Gets past the cutoff man, but Huddleston there to back it up. And it will score the run as Preston Steele gets the job done again. Already his 3rd run batted in today. So McKenzie able to score from second base. Abellana up to second and Steele over to first. As the parade continues on the base paths, and this will be a visit to the mound now for the Bees. after 3 runs have come across here in the inning. They got the first couple of outs of the inning. They were trying to make it a quick inning to work after getting a run back in the bottom of 1 and make it a 2-1 game. Since then, 4 errors in the field have led to 3 runs, and still the damage is not done with runners on first and second, and now Boone Floyd coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field so far as Barnes tries to settle in, and he's made the pitches. It's those 4 errors right now in this second inning. And then the Coffee County is taking advantage as well and finding some hits in the right spots. 3 hits in the inning, 3 singles. So a short conference on the mound. Barnes will stay out there. Infield back in their positions. Runners on first and second for the Red Raiders with 2 away. Still at the top of the second. And Boone Floyd at the plate. Barnes will step off and go through the signs again. Barnes will look back to second, but nobody covering. Avalano back there at second base running. Swung on, left side, through that 5-6 hole again. Go sign is on. West is to it quickly. Throw comes in. It's cut off on the mound by Barnes. The run scores. Another RBI single, and it's 6-1 here in the second. So back-to-back RBI singles. Avalana scores from second base. Steele up to second. Floyd over to first. Here comes Kason Morrison, the 9th batter in the inning for the Red Raiders. The first 2 batters were retired on a flyout and a strikeout. 6 straight have reached on 4 hits and 2 errors. Barnes will come set in the stretch on the mound as he tries to get out of the inning. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Barnes looks in for the sign from Huddleston. Now readies. The 1-1 pitch, and just barely missed him, as it broke back just enough against Kason Morrison, but it's 2-1 as it missed inside. Barnes up to 32 pitches now with 2 outs here on the top of the second. Comes the 2-1. That one off the end of the bat, a foul ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Four hits, 4 errors, and 4 runs across so far here in the inning for the Red Raiders. Morrison at the plate with a 2-2 count and 2 away. Runners at first and second for Coffee County. Barnes delivers. Breaking ball, drop third. Huddleston picks the outside and makes the throw. It's a strikeout for Barnes to get out of the inning, his second of the day, but the damage done in the second. 4 runs across, and Coffee County leads 6-1. Upperman looking for some more hits coming up in the bottom half. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Four runs on 4 hits and 4 errors in the field. 2 men left on for Coffee County in the top of 2. They lead 6-1 as we get going here in the bottom of the second. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Upperman. Jackson West, Braden Wolke, and Rylan Case as they try to figure out Xander Meeks on the mound. Meeks fairly clean in the first. Chris Worsing reached on an error, took advantage, and advanced over to the third base on an error as well. He was then scored by Carson Shoup on an RBI double. He was able to rip it into the left center gap. Now we'll see if the Bees can get the bats going here in the bottom half of the lineup with Jackson West, Braden Wolke, and Rylan Case. In the field for Coffee County on the quick cash ball starting 9, you've got Davis McKenzie at shortstop. Grayson Sadler's over at second base. The first baseman today for Coffee County is Landon Abalana. Third baseman is Boone Floyd. Behind the plate, mentioned is Jackson Prude with Xander Meeks on the mound. In the outfield, Chase Leonard is in left. Matt Moore, the center fielder, and the right fielder is Kaysen Morrison. Jackson West will lead it off. He's playing left field today for the Bees. Batting now 200 on the season. He's swinging it well here recently, and he's only had 1 AB. Or I beg your pardon, he's had 3 ABs. He's batting .667, a couple of hits, and that one is going to find the right spot quickly to the right fielder, and he's able to beat it out. Jackson West leads it off with a single here in the second. Well, getting on base. That's all the Bees are looking for right now. Trying to move some of these runners around, manufacture some runs as some of the shadows start to set in here in Baxter. 4 runs across for Coffee County in the top of 2. The Bees got a quick answer in the bottom of 1 with a run across to cut the lead in half after the 2-run shot by Preston Steele. We'll see what they can do here in the bottom of 2, now trailing by 5. Meeks will peek over to West over there at first. He can run, and he's back in safely on the check over. That's normally what West has done this season, is come on to pinch run and courtesy run. Now he's out there in the starting 9. Meeks will deliver to Wolke. And it's called strike in the outside corner. First AB today for Braden Wolke. Wolke batting .276 on the season. At .400 in the last 4 games as well. That one, a big swing and a miss. That one looked good coming in, but it swings right over the top, and it's 0-2 now to Braden Wolke. Today's game presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Appreciate them for being the presenting sponsor of Upperman Baseball all season long. We'll be with them all the way through the postseason. As that one, check behind the runner. West is back in as the throw a little bit off the line. Abalana had to come off the bag to get it. And it's 1-2 here to Braden Wolke. West quickly takes his lead over at first as Abalana blocks out the sun at first base. Covering the bag. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, softly rolled right side. Second baseman Sadler bobbles it. It eats him up. And then going through second, looking for 3 is West. And we've got time called. Did it hit West on the way through? I think it did. Yes, it did. So it actually caught Jackson West on the batted ball. So he is out. And Braden Wolke over at first base. Well, that is unfortunate for the Bees. And maybe that's why Sadler wasn't able to get the clean glove on it as well. So West out as it caught him on the way through. Wolke now over at first. And the first pitch in to Rylan Case. We're in a different number today. Normally number 12. We're number 19. He's got an 0-1 count on him as it was a called strike in the outside corner. So 1 out in the inning. And a runner at first now in Braden Wolke. This one swung on, flared towards right field. The second baseman Sadler back there. Just a couple steps into the grass will make the catch for out number 2. 2 gone, runner on first. Here comes Andrew Hedrick playing third base today for Upperman. He has been all around the field defensively for Upperman this season. And Meeks trying to go fairly clean through this bottom 4 in the lineup. Not have to face that top half until the third. Bees would love to get a 2-out rally going just like Coffee County did. There's a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Meeks delivers. In the air, left field. Coming on to it, the left fielder. He can't get there in time. It is a fair ball. Wolke trying to get up to third base. He is in there safely. Into second is Hedrick. So a nice job by Andrew Hedrick. And he's able to get in there. We're going with the tee-up double there for Andrew Hedrick, Petey. So the tee-up double for Hedrick, running hard the whole time. And now there's runners at second and third, as Braden Wolke was able to get to third base as well. Here comes Braden Green. Big opportunity here for Upperman with the 2 outs and trying to get a couple of runs across. Nice job by Hedrick. Just got the barrel to the baseball. Sent it into a tough spot there in shallow left field. This one ripped by Green into the outfield and down. 1 run scores. Go sign on at third. Center fielder eats him up, and so 2 runs score. Green trying to get into second, and he is in there safely. A 2 RBI hit there for Braden Green. Then gets into second base as well, and the Bees do get a quick response. Able to cut the lead in half once more. It's 6-3 with a couple runs across. Braden Green able to jump on the first pitch he saw on his second AB. Rip it into right field for the 2 RBI single, and then advancing to second base after the center fielder and Moore had a little bit of trouble with it. Here comes Chris Worsing now. He reached on an error, scored a run in the first. Trying to trade places with Green at second base. That one will miss outside, 1-0. The Bees been able to get the offense going so far. Just defensively have struggled so much. The 4 errors in the field. And Coffee County now with 2 of them in the field as well, with that one out there in the outfield. Being held on is Green at second. Now Sadler backs off the 1-0 pitch. Swung on by Worsing towards the Upperman dugout, and it's 1-1. Worsing steps into the right-handed batter's box with a runner at second and 2 outs. Bees got a couple of runs across with 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Worsing had the smart base running there in that top half, or the bottom half of the first as well. After reaching, ball got away from Pruitt behind the plate, advanced to second, and then took the hard turn and went to third as well. He's got all the way to the backstop. Pruitt got a late break. And then was doubled in by Shoop. That breaking ball catches a piece of the outside corner, and it's 2-2. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base is Green. Chris Worsing at the plate facing Xander Meeks on the mound. Good lead for Green. The pitch from Meeks. Swung on. Ripped right side. Worsing puts it through into right center. That'll score Braden Green. Worsing is looking for 2. Center fielder and Moore just now to it. And Chris Worsing has the tee-up double to plate Braden Green. And it's a 2-run game here in the bottom of 2. So he does trade places with Green at second base. Another double for the Bees. Drives home another run. 3 runs across so far here in the inning. And now here comes Carson Shoop already with an RBI tee-up double. Let's see if they can get the hit parade continuing here in the second inning. 4 hits in the inning for the Bees. And you got to remember, West got hit on running to second base on one of those, as that one is sent up and out of play. He's been able to get that quick response. They need one more to match what Coffee County put up in the top of 2. Carson Troop says, you know what? Let's send one over the fence. Make this really interesting. This one ripped left side. McKenzie cannot get the backhand. Just didn't get to it. Worsing had to go back to second. He'll get up to third. Good smart base running there again, and there's runners on the corners. And it is going to be a single there for Carson Shoup. So his second hit of the ball game already here in the second inning. Fifth hit in the inning for the Bees. Here comes Denton Huddleston, struck out looking back in the first. He's got Chris Worsing at third, Carson Shoup at first. The Bees are starting to time up, especially the second time through the lineup. Xander Meeks on the mound. Mentioned Meeks' last outing. He lasted 5 innings, but he allowed 7 hits and 8 runs. 5 were earned. Hit a couple of batters in that outing on Friday against Cascade. They lost that game 9-2. Huddleston steps in for his second plate appearance. First pitch swinging, sends that one up and out of play, 0-1. Practically no wind out there right now. When it was blowing out towards right field. That's where Preston Steele was able to put it over the fence in the first inning. He ripped it. It was a line drive shot over that right field fence. Huddleston trying to keep the damage going here in the bottom of 2 and got it a little bit closer in a 6-4 ball game. Here's the pitch to him. And a good spot, but it misses outside. It's 1-1 now to Denton Huddleston. One ball, one strike. And a called strike on the inside corner. Goes to 1-2 now on Huddleston. He'll have to have the 2-strike approach with runners on the corners and 2 gone. We got pest control going on here in the Jeff Petey Goolsby press box. the man himself getting the job done for us. 1-2 count here to Huddleston. Pitch from Meeks. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Xander Meeks, but the Bees get 3 across in the inning and cut the lead to 2. It's 6-4 through 2. Coffee County leads. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here in Baxter, and it's turned into a nice ball game now. 6-4 lead. Coffee County back to the plate here in the top of 3. They've got 6, 7, and 8 due up. Jackson Pruitt, Grayson Sadler, and Chase Leonard, and those 3 were due up in the last inning for Coffee County. First couple were retired on a flyout and a strikeout, and then 4 straight runs for Coffee County to take a 6-1 lead. The Bees able to get the answer. 3 runs across there in the bottom of 2 to make it a 2-run game, and we'll see if either pitcher can really settle in and try to get some quick outs here in an inning, try to bring the bats back to the plate. Maddox Barnes is still out there. He's at 39 pitches right now on the mound for the Bees through a couple of innings of work. He'll try to keep that score at bay right now against a Coffee County lineup that is able to get some hits out there at times, as we've seen already. Check of the SK Creation scoreboard around the Upper Cumberland. Livingston Academy playing Clay County in baseball today. It's looking like a football score right now. It's 14-7 in the top of the 4th. Livingston Academy leads that game against Clay County. Gordonsville, how about this score? Gordonsville Tigerettes softball playing Joe Burns today. There's a swing and a miss. It is 20-0 in the bottom of the second. So that game's over. And Gordonsville still playing some good softball. Clay County softball leading Livingston Academy 3-2. Those are two of the top teams in the Upper Cumberland in softball. It's a 1-1 count here to Jackson Pruitt, the catcher for the Red Raiders. Here's the pitch from Barnes. That one downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Elsewhere on the SK Creation scoreboard, Watertown and Station Camp in a close one right now. We'll see those Watertown Purple Tigers coming up tomorrow at Watertown. The high school baseball game of the week. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the second with Station Camp. So that one swung on and fouled off. Macon County and Friendship Christian underway in a 0-0 ball game. That one just underway. Smith County got a win against Overton earlier this evening, 19-2. They got that win. White County beats Cumberland County in softball, 7-6. So that's a check of the SK Creation scoreboard. That hit him? Well, they went down to first base, and it'll be a leadoff man aboard. And Coach Shanks will come out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire as well. He's a little bit confused as well. Tries to get a little bit of an explanation from the home plate umpire before he gets back in. So runner on first now for Coffee County. Grayson Sadler now stepping to the plate, 0-for-1 with a strikeout. And Barnes will get ready to face him on the mound. High-scoring game so far, 6-4 as we get started here in the top of 3. Nobody out. Runner goes on a fake steal, swung on and sent into foul territory. And that'll be a foul ball, 0-1 to Sadler at the plate. Coach Pruitt relays the signs to Jackson Pruitt at first base and to his batter and Grayson Sadler at the plate. Barnes will come set. He delivers. It's a bunt. It's a good one. Pushed right side. Barnes just now to it. Can't get the flip in time, and everybody's going to be safe. Gets away from Shoup. Here comes Pruitt trying to score. He'll be in there safely. And so it goes from bad to worse. Another error in the field, and another run across for Coffee County as Pruitt scores all the way from first base on the bunt. Sadler stayed at first, as he was going to be safe no matter what, but then scoring on the error is Pruitt. So now 5 errors in the ball game for Upperman. And here comes Chase Leonard. He singled, advanced on an error, and scored back in that second inning. Runner at first and nobody out here in the top of 3. Check over. And back in safely is Sadler over at first base. Barnes peeks over his shoulder and delivers home. He hit him right in the middle of the back. So another hit batter here in the inning as Leonard will make his way down to first. And the first 3 batters that have come to the plate have reached 2 hit batters in a single and already a run across. Here's Matt Moore. He reached on an error and scored in the second. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of 3. Coffee County beginning to threaten again here with the bottom half of the lineup up. And this time nobody out. Breaking ball across from Barnes, that time upstairs, and it's 1-0 to Matt Moore at the plate. Well, errors have been the undoing of the Bees so far this week here at home. Got the win on Monday, 6-5 at Crossville. Lost 3-1 Tuesday, down 7-4 right now, and have 5 errors in the field so far today. There's a pitch from Barnes. That one back up the middle. That's down for a base hit. To it is Case. He'll get it in and gets it into Green at second base. They held the runner at third, so it's going to be bases loaded for Davis McKenzie as the leadoff batter is back to the plate for the third time in this game in the top of the third. So 4 straight batters have reached. 2 hits, 2-hit batters, already 1 run. Here comes Davis McKenzie now with the bases juiced and nobody out in the top of 3. Infield will be in here for the Bees. Coach Farley's going to make his way out of the dugout and have a chat. So Coach Farley going to bring the infield in a 7-4 game with nobody out here in the top half of 3. Mentioned upcoming for the Bees. Saturday, they'll get White House on the road at 10:30 start time in that one. We'll be there for that broadcast. And then Monday and Tuesday, some big ones against White County. Both of those teams now 4-2 in district play. Those White County Warriors got a big sweep against Livingston Academy, 5-2 and 13-0 Monday and Tuesday to move to 4-2 in district play. Upperman falling to 4-2, going 1-1 against Stowe Memorial. Monday nights will be here in Baxter. Tuesday will be on the road in Sparta to try to decide who's going to be the 1 and the 2 seed coming up in district play. And there is a chance if Stowe Memorial sweeps Cumberland County and Upperman loses a couple, they could flip-flop in the standings as well, as Stowe Memorial at 3-3, just a game behind. And so now after Coach Farley goes down, here comes Coach Shanks. And maybe just giving a little bit more time for whoever is warming up in the bullpen. And actually, it looks like it may be Andrew Hedrick who is going to be coming on to pitch. So there will be a change on the mound for the Bees. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on 9 acres. Enjoy countryside living from your covered front porch, screened-in back porch, or fenced backyard. This home features functionality with lots of natural light. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Change on the mound for the Bees. Andrew Hedrick comes out of the bullpen. He really comes over from third base, but he's on the mound now in relief of Maddox Barnes, who his line's still open with those 3 runners on. And through 2 innings of work, he gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 were earned. Only 3 of those 7 earned. 2 strikeouts, no walks. He threw 45 pitches and 30 strikes in a couple of innings of work. Has not recorded an out here in the third. He is responsible for the 3 runners on the base paths. Andrew Hedrick to the plate faces Davis McKenzie, the leadoff batter in the lineup with nobody out and bases loaded. Hedrick a 7.35 ERA. He's made 6 appearances. He's got an 0-1 record in 6 2/3 innings. He's allowed 10 hits, 11 runs, 7 have been earned, 6 strikeouts to 7 walks, and a batting average against of .333. Changes in the field for the Bees. Sawyer Brown has come on to go play at first base. Going over to third base is Carson Shoup, with Hedrick moving to the mound. So Davis McKenzie will step to the plate. 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, a run batted in, and 2 runs scored through 2 innings of work at the plate. It's his third plate appearance here in the third. The pitch from Hedrick, a good breaking ball, but it misses inside for ball 1. Hedrick trying to bear down and make some good pitches to possibly limit the damage. Here in the third, already 1 run across. This one hit hard by McKenzie, out towards left field, back at the wall. It bounces in front of the wall and over the wall. It'll be a ground rule double, and it's going to be 2 runs across for Coffee County on the ground rule double by Davis McKenzie. So 1 bouncer over the wall, plates 2 for McKenzie. He's now 3 for 3 in 3 innings with 3 runs batted in 3 hits. Sadler and Leonard both score. Matt Moore over to third base. And still nobody out here on the top of 3. Here comes Landon Abalana. He reached on an error and scored in the second. 9-4 lead for Coffee County. And that breaking ball catches a piece of the inside corner. It's 0-1 now to Abalana. Sun starting to set off to our left as golden hour starts to peak out here in Baxter. Hendrick's breaking ball is swung on, sent into foul territory, giving chase is Brown, and he'll just run out of room as he runs into the fence over there down that right field side. And it's quickly 0-2 here on Landon Abalana. Looking for the first out of the inning. Runners at second and third. Andrew Hedrick on in relief of Maddox Barnes. Hedrick shaking off a couple. Now time will be asked for. There's the 0-2. In the air, left center. Case back there at center field. Ranges underneath. He makes the catch. Both runners trying to tag up. Throw comes into Mullins. Gets it to third. Not going to be in time there. And 1 run scores on the sac fly. And then advancing to third in the process is Davis McKenzie. So another run across for Coffee County. Makes it 10-4 here in the top of 3. 4 more runs here in this third inning. Got 4 in the second as well after 2 on the 2-run home run in the first by Preston Steele. He's back to the plate. He's already 2 for 2. He had a single and a run batted in the second. That breaking ball from Hedrick will miss outside, and it's 1-0. This top part of the lineup has been really, really good with runners on. Getting some big-time hits. There's the 1-0. That's outside. Two balls, no strikes here to Steele. Homer and a single today. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 3. It's a good idea to keep it away from Steele, who's been able to turn on him. And that one dips down low. A 4-pitch walk issued to Preston Steele. First walk of the ball game issued by Upperman pitching. There's runners on the corners now for Boone Floyd, who had an RBI single his last time up. So Boone Floyd 1 for 2, flew out in the first, singled in the second, drove in a run. He's got an opportunity here, still runners on the corners, and just 1 out here in the third. Sounds like a great time for a double play ball up the middle. We'll check over to first. That gets away from Brown. 1 run will score. Advancing to second base will be Steele. He looks at third, but the stop sign is on as Brown will just trot the baseball in. So McKenzie scores on the pickoff attempt. Steele to second in the process. And 5 runs have come across here in the third for Coffee County. They lead 11-4 and still just 1 out in the inning. Little check swing. It's up the third base line. That is a fair ball. Huddleston makes the throw and gets the out in time. Really nice play by the catcher in Denton Huddleston. It stayed on that foul line, just kind of teetering up the third base side. Huddleston picks it up and makes the toss for the second out of the inning. Preston Steele advanced over to third in the process. But a nice play by Huddleston for the second out. Here comes Kason Morrison. But still a runner at third and now 2 outs. And that breaking ball is a great one from Hedrick. It's across for strike 1. Morrison is the only Red Raider who has not reached today. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout. Hit it hard back in the first. It was caught by Wolke out and right, the 0-1. This one out towards center field, and that one will drop. It scores another run, and Morrison does reach for the first time today with an RBI single. And so now the Red Raiders have batted around as Jackson Pruitt led off the inning. Being hit by a pitch, he came around to score the first run of the inning. He'll have his second AB here in this third inning with a runner at first and now 2 outs. It's an 8-run advantage for Coffee County here in Baxter, 12-4. And Hedrick Reddy's on the mound. And we'll miss outside. It's 1-0 here to Pruitt. Third plate appearance today. Flew out to center in the second. Was hit by a pitch and scored a run here in the third already. Not much of a lead over at first for Morrison. That one blocked up by Huddleston. Morrison wasn't going anywhere. And it's 2-0 here to Jackson Pruitt at the plate. Top of the third inning, 2 outs. Bees trying to get out of it. Hedrick will step off, and now back on. Two-0. Out towards right field in a tough spot. That one dropping. It is a foul ball. Not by much down that right field line. The home plate umpire right on top of the line, looking down the line towards the right field foul pole. And fortunate that that ball dropped foul for the Bees. And the count now 2-1 on Pruitt at the plate. No one misses outside. 3 balls and a strike here to Pruitt. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first for Coffee County. They have brought 5 runs across in the inning. This one sawed off in foul territory and not quite going to get there in time as Carson Shoup from his third base position. Gave a good effort, just couldn't quite get there. And the count now full on Pruitt at 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's been 16 combined hits in this game so far, through not even 2.5 innings. There's also been 8 combined errors, 6 of those with the Bees in the field. Hedrick will get the sign from Huddleston. Runner will be taken off. Here's the 3-2 and fouled off. May have been ball 4. Maybe a little bit of help there by Pruitt at the plate. Grayson Sadler is in the on-deck circle. He led off. He was second in the inning. He had a single and came around to score the second run of the inning here in the third. 3-2 again. In the air to left. Case says he has it. Center fielder underneath makes the catch. Coffee County advances their lead. They lead by 8, 12-4 as the Bees coming back to the plate in the bottom of 3. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Well, Bees have some more work to be done at the plate as they now trail 12-4 here in the bottom of 3. They got 3 runs across to cut into the lead and make it a couple-run game. Then 6 more came across in the top of 3 for Coffee County. 2 up here for Upperman in the bottom of 3, 5, 6, and 7. Dawson Mullins will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jackson West and Braden Wolke in the inning against Xander Meeks on the mound, who now has an 8-run cushion. After feeling like the Bees got on them a little bit there in that second inning, they started to time them up well in that second inning, and a lot of them coming with those 2 outs, especially the top half of the lineup. 3 straight hits from Braden Green, Chris Worsing, and Carson Chupin. It started with Andrew Hedrick on the single in that 9 spot, so 4 straight hits in the lineup before the strikeout by Denton Huddleston to end the inning. And the threat for the Bees, they got to get the bats going again here in inning number 3 as they trail by 8 runs. And see what they can do on the other side. And they got to try to get some outs on the other side as well. So Dawson Mullins will lead it off. He grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to McKenzie at shortstop to end the first inning. Bees at 13-11 on the season. We still have 5 more games remaining after today. 1 on Saturday, 4 more next week. Monday and Tuesday against White County, and then Thursday and Friday against Station Camp in Gordonsville. 3 of those games next week here in Baxter. First pitch into Mullins is a called strike. The 0-1. Downstairs. The 1-1. Flared towards right at second base. Sadler on one hop, a quick throw. He's able to get the out, and the speedy Mullins down that first base side. So nice play by Grayson Sadler at second base. There's 1 gone here in the bottom of 3 as Jackson West will now step to the plate. He singled his first time up and then was called out on runner's interference, trying to advance to second base on a ball hit by Braden Wolke that caught West on the way through on the base path. First pitch into him is upstairs for ball 1. This one hit right side, and that'll be a foul ball as Avalana's over there to pick it up. 1 ball and 1 strike now to West. Last time Upperman lost 2 games in a row. You got to go all the way back to the last time they lost to Coffee County. They actually lost 3 straight. March 19th and 20th. Couple to Coffee County and Tullahoma, 7-6 and 2-1, and then a 12-0 loss at Lincoln County for 3 losses in a row. And then that was kind of the turning point in the season, starting in district play. Split against Cumberland County, couple wins against Central Magnet and Trousdale, and had not lost 2 games in a row since then. Here comes the 1-2, and fouled off. Meeks looking for his third strikeout of the day on the mound. And the 1-2 pitch hit hard by West out towards right field. The right fielder going back cannot make the catch. West puts it to the fence and turns on the Jets. He's looking for two. The go sign is on through the second base bag. A throw comes in, is a good one, and they got him. They tested the arm. It was a good relay, and Jackson West is thrown out at third base. So with a double and then thrown out trying to advance for West. A tee-up double, but then caught at third for the second out of the inning. Brayton Wolke steps to the plate now with the bases empty. And 2 outs. That was a heck of a relay there for Coffee County. It was a laser beam from the cutoff man as well. One 1-0 here to Wolke. Swing and a miss. He had the ground ball to the right side of the infield to Sadler. That caught West on the way through. He reached base safely and then came around to score in the second. Here's the 1-1. This one hit hard out towards right. Sadler can't quite get up to it. And Brayton Wolke finds himself a single here in the third. So Wolke reaches base for the second time today. And now Ryland Case will step to the plate. He popped out to Sadler his first time up in shallow right field. Just a couple steps into the grass. 2 gone here in the bottom of 3 of a 12-4 game. A runner on first now and Brayton Wolke for the Bees as Case will step to the plate. Meeks delivers, and it misses outside for ball 1. Maddox Barnes started on the mound. Andrew Hedrick has come on in relief on the other side for the Bees. Got a few other guys you could go to. This one back up the middle, off the mound. Right there, McKenzie will just step on the bag at second. And Coffee County gets out of the inning here in the third, leaving a runner stranded. It's a 12-4 lead for the Red Raiders. We go to the fourth. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
12-4 lead for Coffee County. They're back to the plate here in the top half of 4. 7, 8, 9 due up for them. Grayson Sadler, Chase Leonard, and Matt Moore in the inning for the Red Raiders with an 8-run advantage. They face Andrew Hedrick on the mound. A Coffee County team at 14-11 on the season. They split against Cookeville earlier this week on Monday and Tuesday. Both of those teams winning at home in district play. And just one more week to go in the regular season after this week. District tournaments start up after that, and we'll quickly be into the postseason. So Grayson Sadler leads it off. He has been aboard one time. He singled in the third. He is 1 for 2 today. He struck out in the second. Came around to score a run as well. That second run in that third inning. 2 runs in the first, 4 in the second, 6 in the third for the Red Raiders. Let's hope they don't get 8 here in the fourth. First pitch swinging out towards right field, and that one will be down for a base hit. Sadler will take a turn, trying to get to it quickly as Wolke, and cannot stop it. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Going into third base, now tripping up is Sadler as the throw comes in. It will be cut off. And they're going to go with the triple for Grayson Sadler, running hard the whole time. So a triple for Grayson Sadler to lead it off here in inning number 4 for Coffee County. I'll bring Chase Leonard to the plate. And how about the 8-9 in the lineup here for Coffee County? They have come to the plate 4 times. They have scored 4 runs. Chase Leonard he singled in the second. He was hit by a pitch in the third. Scored both times. Matt Moore in the on-deck circle reached on an error and singled. He also scored both times. Hedrick's first pitch in, and the breaking ball catches a piece in the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Hit hard out towards left center. Case giving chase at the wall. It bounces into the wall. It will score the run. Into second base goes Leonard, and it's an RBI double for Chase Leonard. It's a 13-4 lead for Coffee County. So back-to-back hits to open it up here in the 4th. And Matt Moore, the center fielder, now steps to the plate. He's been aboard twice, reached on an error and singled. He has scored twice. He's got a runner at second base and nobody out here on the top of 4. And Andrew Hedrick will step off on the mound. Coach Shanks making his way out of the dugout, and we may have another change. Maybe a conversation, we'll see. Nobody out here on the top of 4. And it is going to be a change on the mound. So another call to the bullpen for the Bees will step aside. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Change on the mound for the Bees is Dawson Mullins as he steps to the mound in relief of Andrew Hedrick here in inning number 4. Nobody out here in the top of 4. Already one run across and a runner on second base as he gets ready to face the center fielder and Matt Moore. Dawson Mullins on the season has a 2-0 record. He's made 3 appearances and made 2 starts. He's got a .318 ERA in 11 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 5 runs. All 5 have been earned, 5 strikeouts and 6 walks, and a batting average against of .250 so far this season for Mullins. Obviously, he hadn't played the full season, playing on the basketball team up into that state tournament. But he has thrown it well, especially here recently, and they're going to need to try to find some outs out there in the field. Now trailing 13-4 here in the top of the 4th with nobody out and a runner on second base. Matt Moore at the plate. His 3rd plate appearance. He has scored a couple of runs. He has reached twice. Here's the pitch from Mullins, and almost got away from Huddleston. Off the bag a little bit too much at second base. Did they get the throw in time? Not quite. That was Leonard at second. He took a hard secondary lead. It was a nice pick by Huddleston. It was a straight-up switch with Andrew Hedrick and Dawson Mullins. Hedrick there at short now for the Bees. Mullins will step back on the rubber. A quick peek, and now will come set. Delivers the 1-0. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Really would rather not face the top of the lineup. You're probably going to, obviously, with a runner at second and nobody out. Davis McKenzie is 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in and 3 runs scored. He's in the on-deck circle. And they'll check back to second again, but nobody holding on the runner and Leonard. Mullins delivers. Back up the middle, rolled. Hedrick charges on, bobbles, and everybody safe. Seventh error in the ball game for the Bees. Now runners on the corners for Davis McKenzie. He's driven in 3. He's 3 for 3. He has scored 3 runs. He has had himself a day. He has jumped early on in these counts. Swinging first pitch 2 times, swinging second pitch the 3rd time. And Dawson Mullins will ask for a new baseball. 13-4 lead right now for Coffee County here in Baxter in inning number 4. The Bees will still come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th and 5th. At least. Pitch into McKenzie, drops in for strike 1. McKenzie drove in 2 with an 2 RBI double in the 3rd. He then scored an RBI single in the 2nd and scored in the 1st to lead off the game on the 2-run shot by Preston Steele. That one bounces down low. Huddleston keeps it in front, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count here to McKenzie, the shortstop for the Red Raiders. He's just looking for some outs in the field. They have struggled to find him with 7 errors in the ball game here in the top of the 4th. McKenzie rips it left side. It's through. Another base hit for Davis McKenzie. It scores another run as well, and it's 14-4. How about the day for that kid? My goodness. He's 4 for 4 through 4 innings and driven in 4 runs. And still has an opportunity to score 4 runs. So Landon Abelana now comes to the plate with nobody out. And runners at first and second. Abelana, a sac fly RBI his last time up, reached on an error and scored in the 2nd. He flew out to center in the 1st. Still looking for his first base hit of the day. And that breaking ball misses outside, 1-0. And Huddleston will redo the signs for Mullins on the mound with a runner at second. This one ripped down the line and foul off the bat of Abelana. It'll be a 1-1 count now to Landon Abelana, the first baseman for the Red Raiders. Just a little bit out in front of that one from Mullins. Runner at second is Moore. Runner at first is McKenzie. Already a couple runs across here in the inning as this one, a check swing, misses inside. 2 balls and a strike now to Abelana. (14-4) the lead for Coffee County. Nobody out in the top half of 4. The 2-1. Downstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike to Abalana. Preston Steele is in the on-deck circle. He's already got a 2-run shot today, an RBI single. He walked and scored his last time up. Mullins will come set on the mound and delivers the 3-1. This one is hit hard out towards left field, drifting back the left fielder in West. That ball is off the wall in left. 1 run coming around third. The stop sign will be on for the second runner, so 1 run scores on the RBI double by Landon Abalana. And it's 15-4. McKenzie to third as the stop sign was put on there by Coach Pruitt. And now there's runners at second and third for the DH and Preston Steele. Kenzie over at third, Abalana at second. Steele to the plate against Mullins on the mound as he works out of the windup. And time for Mullins. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from Huddleston, but the runner not going. So 1-0 count here on Steele. Comes the 1-0. Waved at it, missed, 1-1. Are the few swings and misses we've seen today from Coffee County. Of course, they do have an 11-run advantage right now. I would imagine they're going to be up there swinging. Nobody out here in the top of 4 still. There's the 1-1. That one gets away from Huddleston. McKenzie hit him, actually. So everybody's going to have to go back to where they were. And the bases are going to be loaded for Boone Floyd. So Steele is hit. He reaches for the 4th time. He and McKenzie both have done that today here in the top of the 4th. And Boone Floyd will step to the plate. He had the check swing ground ball up that third base line that Huddleston was able to get out of his crouch and get to make the throw down to first for the second out of the inning in the 3rd. There's nobody out here in the 4th, and he's got bases loaded. Check behind the runner, and that one gets away at first. 1 run scores. We'll see if they send the second. To it quickly is Wolke. He gets it in quickly, and Huddleston is able to catch it. So just 1 run on the throw behind the runner at first. And another error for the Bees. Now runners at second and third and nobody out. Want to know here to Floyd. In the air left. West makes the catch. Both runners tagging up. The throw comes in. Both runners safe. And another run across for Coffee County. So a sac fly RBI as Abalana scores. Floyd gets the job done. His 2nd run batted in today. Steele over to third base in the process. And Kason Morrison comes to the plate. With a runner at third and 1 out. Five runs across here in the inning for the Red Raiders as that one's upstairs. That one's right there for strike 1. 1-1 on the way. Blocked up by Huddleston. 2 balls and a strike. 17 runs in the game for Coffee County. 10 of them have been earned, with 8 errors in the field by the Bees. Here's the 2-1 delivery. It's downstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. There's only been 1 walk issued to Coffee County today. That was Preston Steele who drew that in the 3rd. Here's the 3-1. And a little bit of help there, maybe. It is 3-2 as he fouls that one up and out of play. So Cason Morrison, the right fielder, steps in. An RBI single his last time up. 1 for 3 so far today. Everybody has reached today for Coffee County at least once. Here's the payoff. Upstairs, ball 4. So Jackson Pruitt will become the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the 4th. 1 out. Runners on the corners for Coffee County. 5 runs across here in the 4th for the Red Raiders. One misses outside to Pruitt, who has been aboard once. He was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance in the 3rd. Second time up in the 3rd, he flew out to end the inning. He's flown out to center field twice today. 1-0 upstairs. Gone in the inning. Runners on the corners for Coffee County. 2 balls and no strikes here to Pruitt at the plate. Mullins out of the stretch on the mound. He comes home with it and catches a piece of the outside corner for a called strike. 2-1. Barnes started on the mound, relieved by Hedrick. Now Mullins, the 3rd pitcher for the Bees here in the top of the 4th. And the pitch. Popped up. Uh-oh. Right off the top of the press box. Close to a real glass shattering sound over there on the right side of the press box. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Pruitt. One hit out to left. West ranges, and he's got it. Runner goes from 3rd as the throw comes in. The run will score. It's a sac fly RBI for Jackson Pruitt. So 2 gone now in the inning as Preston Steele came home to score that run. Just a runner at first with 2 outs as Grayson Sadler will come to the plate. He started this inning as they have batted around for the 2nd straight inning. 6 runs across again here in the 4th for Coffee County. Sadler 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored so far today. Mullins looking over to first as Morrison takes his lead over there. And the 1-0. Inside, ball 2. (18-4) lead for Coffee County here in Baxter. Most runs that Upperman has allowed this season. Runner goes. Huddleston throw down to second, not quite in time, and it's a 3-0 count to the batter now, and Grayson Sadler with a runner in scoring position. Two gone in the inning and a 3-0 count to the batter in Sadler. That's ball 4. Be another visit to the mound here for Coach Shanks. Two gone in the inning and the top half of 4. An 18-4 lead. And it looks like it's going to be Carson Shoop's turn on the mound. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and get your vehicle serviced by their highly trained professionals. Right now, you can save money on oil changes, regular maintenance, and battery installation. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
At the Quality Family, we believe care isn't just a service, it's a promise.
Whether you're bouncing back from surgery, navigating a serious illness, or need essential equipment to stay independent,
We provide skilled home health, compassionate hospice, and reliable DME services right where you need them most. At home.
Covering communities in Kentucky and Tennessee, we're in your corner.
The Quality Family. Trusted care right where life happens.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fourth pitcher of the ball game for the Bees, Denton Huddleston, now on the mound for Upperman with 2 outs in the top of 4. Huddleston has had limited appearances so far this year, just 2 appearances. He's thrown 5 innings, but he has thrown it well. A 2.80 ERA. He's given up 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Batting average against of .318 in those 5 innings so far. He faces Chase Leonard coming to the plate with 2 gone, as Coffee County has plated 6 more here in the inning. They lead 18-4 in the top of 4 with 2 outs. There's runners on first and second. Leonard has been aboard 3 times out of this 8 spot in the lineup. A single, hit by pitch, and a double. He has driven in a run. He has scored 3 times as well. He's got runners on first and second with 2 gone. Huddleston on the mound, trying to get out of the inning here in the 4th. Huddleston was trying to work out of the windup, but that wouldn't have worked too well. That's a good breaking ball across for strike one to Leonard. And it's 0-1. Comes the 0-1 pitch from Huddleston. That one down low, and Carson Shoup now behind the plate, able to pick it out. Hedrick at short, Dawson Mullins over at third. The changes in the field for the Bees. Here comes the 1-1. One fouled off, and now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chase Leonard. With 2 gone here in the top of 4. Huddleston trying to get out of the inning for the Bees in the field. Here's the pitch. Gets away from Shoup behind the plate, all the way to the backstop. A very late break for both runners, and coming off the bag is Mullins over at third. They're able to reach base safely. And it's runners on second and third now. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Shoup keeps it in front that time. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Leonard with 2 outs. A little conversation between the battery there at home plate. Morrison over at third, Sadler at second, Leonard at the plate. And a 3-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of 4. Here's the pitch from Huddleston. Swung on, left side of the infield. Hedrick gloves it on the backhand. His throw to first is in time. A nice play by Andrew Hedrick deep in the hole at short. Gets out of the inning. 6 more across for Coffee County. They lead 18-4. We're to the bottom of 4. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home on 9 acres. Enjoy countryside living from your covered front porch, screened-in back porch, or fenced backyard. This home features functionality with lots of natural light. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. They also provide snow and ice removal during the cold winter months. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
18-4 lead here for Coffee County as the Bees are coming to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, trailing by 14 runs. It'll be 9-1 into Andrew Hedrick, Braden Green, and Chris Warsing. I think they may have a different pitcher on the mound. They do indeed have a different pitcher on the mound. The number 3? Number 3. Who's this? Let's see. So a change on the mound for Coffee County. Gibson coming on to pitch in relief. So Xander Meeks goes the first 3 innings against the Bees, and now Gibson on in relief for Coffee County in a 14-run game. Faces Andrew Hedrick to lead it off here in the bottom of 4. Austin Gibson. First pitch in to Hedrick is upstairs, ball 1. Hedrick 1 for 1. He doubled and scored in the second inning. Bees need a lot more of that if they're going to get back into it, trailing by 14 here in the bottom of 4. They're at least going to get a couple more chances at the plate here in the bottom of the 4th and the 5th. 2-0 pitch. It's quickly 3-0 on the 9-batter and Andrew Hedrick. Hedrick batting .203 so far this season. The 3-0 on the way. That's a 4-pitch walk issued to Andrew Hedrick, and the Bees have a leadoff base runner aboard here in the 4th. So it's to Braden Green. He singled home a couple of runs in the 2nd, plating Braden Wilkie and Andrew Hedrick. He also scored on the RBI double by Chris Worsing. So Green will come back to the plate for his 3rd plate appearance. 1 for 2 with a run scored and a couple runs driven in. Well, Hedrick will take his lead over at first. And that's 5 straight balls thrown by Gibson on the mound now. So they make the change from Xander Meeks to Austin Gibson after 3 innings of work for Meeks. A breaking ball dips inside, and it's 2-0. Gibson looking for his first strike of the outing in relief. He works out of the stretch. Hedrick over at first after drawing the leadoff walk. A 2-0 count here to Green. Swung on, right side of the infield. Gloved at first base. Abellana has to get up quickly. Flips to first. It is not in time. I think he dropped it over at first base as well. So they're going to go with the infield single for Braden Green. And runners at first and second. We'll bring a runner on here for Green as well. It'll be Dalton Mathis. Chris Worsing will come to bat. He's been aboard twice, reached on air and scored in the first, doubled home run in the second with a tee-up double. He ripped it as well. He's got runners at first and second. Hedrick at second. Now Mathis over at first after Green reaches on the infield single. There's the first pitch to Worsing. He swings at it, sends it back into the net for strike 1. A 1 count here on Worsing. With the runners on first and second. A walk to Hedrick, a single by Green. Mathis on the run for him. In the 0-1. Strike 2. Looked a little bit low, but a called strike by the home plate umpire. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In the air towards right center. The center fielder and Moore coming on to it makes the catch for out number 1, and both runners staying at first and second. So 1 gone as Carson Shoup will step to the plate. Double, single, run batted in so far for Shoup. He's 2 for 2. As we get going here in the bottom of 4 with 1 away. Bees trying to start a little bit of a rally. Swing and a miss. Check behind the runner at first. A nice pick by Abellana. Back in safely as Mathis. And it's 0-1 to Carson Shoup. Here's the pitch from Gibson. Called strike. 0-2 to Shoup with one away, and runners at first and second for the Bees here in the bottom of 4. Gibson delivers the breaking ball. Will miss upstairs. Bees trailing 18-4 here in the 4th. 8 unearned runs on the day for Coffee County. 8 errors in the field for the Bees defensively. Shoup sends it high in the air to center field. Shallow center, the shortstop. And now the center fielder and Moore will come on to grab it for out number 2. So there's 2 gone. It'll be Bryant Allen hitting for Denton Huddleston. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of 4. Allen, just a handful of opportunities so far this season. He's appeared in 10 games. He's got 16 ABs on the season and just a couple of hits. Looking for a big one right here with 2 outs. And that one's right there for strike 1. Gibson looks to second, now delivers the 0-1. Swung at and missed. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Gibson readies out of the stretch. The 0-2 pitch upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Allen at the plate. Pinch hitting for Denton Huddleston. Runners at first and second for the Bees. A walk and a single, and then back-to-back flyouts to center in the lineup. Here's the 1-2. Check behind the runner again, and Avalana doing a good job again to keep that from going into right field. Allen will step in with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. Runners at first and second for the Bees, trailing by 14. Here's the pitch. In the air, left side. Back to it, McKenzie from his shortstop position. He's got it for round number 3 in the 4th. We're to the 5th. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Up is the Upper Cumberland's best indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art golf simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. Want to know where you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. They also have plenty of other games to enjoy time with friends. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at tupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. T-Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Back here in Baxter, 18-4 lead for Coffee County. They're to the plate here in the top of 5, and a new pitcher on the mound again for the Bees. 5th pitcher today, Dalton Mathis, making just his 2nd appearance of the season. He lasted just a couple of outs in his first appearance on the year. Allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 were earned. He walked 1. He's looking to have a better outing today in the top of the 5th against Coffee County. In the lineup for them will be 9-1-2 as Matt Moore leads it off. And there's a strike across. Changes in the field for the Bees. Huddleston is over at third base. Andrew Hedrick is the shortstop. Dawson Mullins is the second baseman. Sawyer Brown still over at first. Carson Shoup behind the plate. That one misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Matt Moore. In the 9 spot in the lineup, he's been aboard 3 times. Reached on an error a couple of times. He singled in the 3rd. He has scored 3 times. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard left side. Work for Hedrick. It takes a high bounce. Hedrick has it. Good throw. And a nice stretch by Brown over at first for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Hedrick. He had a nice one to end the 4th on a backhand. Got a good throw to retire Chase Leonard. And Matt Moore now retired for the first out here in the 5th. Here comes Davis McKenzie to the plate. He is 4 for 4 with 4 runs driven in and 4 runs scored. Pretty solid day. It's an 18-4 lead for Coffee County. Nobody on and 1 out. Mathis into his windup, delivers home, and Shoup can't quite pick that one. There's the 1-0. Called strike. That one misses outside. Cameron, you've got a fan out there. My wife is cheering you on since Goose doesn't want to. It's 2-1. Three balls and a strike here to the leadoff man and Davis McKenzie. And the pitch from Mathis. Swung on, popped up and out of play. It's 3-2. One hit down the line, gloved at third. Huddleston bobbles, gets up quickly. The throw to first, not quite going to be in time as McKenzie is able to beat it out on the infield single. So a 5 for 5 day for Davis McKenzie. So Landon Abalana now to the plate with 1 away here in the top of 5. Long look in for Mathis, who works out of the stretch with 1 away here in the top of the 5th. He delivers low and inside for ball 1 to Abalana, who has been aboard a couple of times. He's driven in 1. He has scored twice. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Mathis comes set on the mound. The 1-1 count to Abalana downstairs. First baseman for the Red Raiders will step in. Mathis brings it home, and a called strike on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mathis has the sign. Upstairs for ball 3. Three and 2 here to Avalana. No one gets away from shoot behind the plate. Kenzie turns it second. He'll stay right there. So a walk issue to Avalana, makes his way down to first. And Preston Steele now coming to the plate. He's been aboard 4 times. Homered, singled, walked, and was hit by a pitch. He has scored 3 times. He's got runners on first and second with 1 away, and Mathis will look back to second in a 14-run game. There's a strike across to Steele. Oh, 1. This is a little high and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here to Steele. Shoup will relay the sign to Mathis on the mound. And the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the DH in the lineup. And the 3 spot in Preston Steele. Mathis readies and delivers. Fouled off. Runners at first and second for the Red Raiders. Single by McKenzie, walked Avalana. And the pitch. That one misses upstairs, and the count evens up on Steele at the plate with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bees will have one more go at it at the plate. 5, 6, and 7 due up for him in the bottom half. Dawson Mullins, Jackson West, and Braden Wolke. There's the 2-2. Payoff on the way. Flared out left side. Back to it, Hedrick. He will make the grab for out number 2. It's a nice play by Andrew Hedrick from that shortstop position. And Boone Floyd will step to the plate with 2 gone and runners on first and second here in the top of the 5th. Floyd, a sac fly RBI his last time up, drove in a run in the second with a single as well. He's 2 for 3 today with a couple runs driven in. Beg your pardon, 1 for 3. He sends this one in the air, drifting towards out of play, and it will sail out. That one's across. 0-2 now to Floyd. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. With runners at first and second. One misses outside. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third. Shoop will throw down to first and gets the out in time. So a strikeout for Mathis gets out of the top of the fifth, and the Bees will have their final chance coming up in the bottom half. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR.
Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back here to Baxter. 18-4 the lead for Coffee County as we get going in the bottom half of 5. The final chance for the Bees to extend this game. Dawson Mullins, Jackson West, and Braden Wolke due up here in the bottom half of the 5th as they trail by 14 runs. Dawson Mullins will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 so far today with a couple of ground outs, looking for his first trip down to first base. Bees allowed 0 runs in the top half of the 5th, the first time they have posted a 0 in the field today. Still on the mound is Gibson, and that one misses high and outside. He has struggled to throw strikes, but he was able to get 3 straight outs in the 4th with a couple of flyouts and a pop out to get out of the inning and strand a couple of runners. There's a strike across, 1-1 here to Mullins. Gibson delivers. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to leadoff man here in the 5th. Gibson walked the first batter he faced in Hedrick in the 4th, gave up a single in the infield to Green, and then got 3 straight outs. Here is the 1-2. And a breaking ball misses high and inside. Three balls, 2 strikes. To Mullins to lead it off here in the bottom of 5. And Gibson will step off. Here's the payoff. Mullins sends it left side, charging on Floyd. That's a nice play at third base. Got the quick scoop and flips it on to first for the first out of the inning here in the 5th. Bees down to their final 2 outs. Jackson West will come to the plate. He has been aboard twice with a couple of hits. He was thrown out trying to advance it to a triple his last time. And that one's right there for strike 1. A 1. Way upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Comes the 1-1 from Gibson. That's upstairs as well. 2 balls and a strike here to West. West taking the opportunity today. He gets put in the lineup in the field as well and gotten himself a couple of hits. He's played fairly well out in the field and left. The 2-1 upstairs. Gibson trying to find his footing on the mound a little bit. Struggled with the zone. He's thrown quite a few pitches. He's up to 29 now through an inning and a third. There's the 3-1. That misses for ball 4, and West will make his 3rd trip to first base today. So the second walk issued by Gibson. Caden Holroyd will come to the plate here. Holroyd just his second plate appearance so far this season. He's got a runner at first and one out. Well, Miss Upstairs 1-0. Outside. Gibson has lost the zone. A walk to West on a 3-1 count. Now 2-0 to Holroyd at the plate. That's way outside. Runner at first is West. A 3-0 count here to Holroyd. The pitch, ball 4. Caden Holroyd works a 4-pitch walk, back to back. And runners at first and second now. And there's going to be a visit to the mound. Visit on the mound here for Coffee County in a 14-run game with a 1 away in the bottom of 5. And so they'll have the short conversation, and it look like we're back and ready to go now. 1 out here on the bottom of 5. Runners at first and second for the Bees. West at second, Holroyd over at first. And Ryland Case will step to the plate for the 3rd time today. That's outside, ball 1. 2 straight walks. Case ahead 1-0. Gibson misses again. Two 2-0 on the way. And he finally gets a strike across. It had been some time. So 2-1 now to Case as he'll go. And that one's fouled back, and it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Case with 1 away and runners at first and second. Gibson on the mound will come set. He delivers outside, ball 3, and the count runs full to Ryland Case. Comes payoff. That's ball 4 again. Three straight walks, and they're going to make a pitching change, it appears, in a 14-run game. Maybe we'll wait and see. And there's going to be a change. We'll step aside. You're watching Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Mayberry's Furniture has been family-owned and operated since 1946 and is now serving the Upper Cumberland with locations in both Crossville and Cookeville, offering the largest array of solid wood furniture and mattresses in the area. They also provide a best price guarantee and in-house service and delivery. Stop into their 15,000 square foot showroom at 1020 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville to see their selection of Amish solid wood, flex steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy Posturepedic, and much more today. Mayberry's Furniture is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate quality care for all patients from local people you can trust so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge.
We're back here in Baxter. The pitching change on the mound. They go to Kason Shores, the relief pitcher for Coffee County. He relieves Austin Gibson, who was on the mound. He walked 3 straight batters. So the Bees have bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom of 5. They trail by 14. They need at least 5 runs to extend it to a 6th. And it is Andrew Hedrick to the plate here in the 5th. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Dalton Mathis is in the on-deck circle in spot of Braden Green. The 2-0 pitch finally gets a strike across at 2-1. Swung on and fouled off, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Andrew Hedrick. He's been aboard a couple of times, doubled and scored in the 2nd, walked back in the 4th. Trying to find himself a base hit with the bases juiced and 1 out. The 2-2. The count has run full on Hedrick. 3 straight batters have walked in the inning. West at 3rd, Holroyd at 2nd, Case at 1st. And the payoff. Swung on, right side of the infield. Sadler turns to 2nd. The throw to 1st is in time. 4-6-3 double play to end the ball game. The final score, 18-4 in favor of Coffee County. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game is Davis McKenzie, who goes 5 for 5 with 4 runs scored and 4 runs driven in as Coffee County improves to 15-11 on the season. Upperman falls to 13-12. They'll be back in action on Saturday at White House at 10:30 start time in the morning. Saturday morning, we'll be there for it live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. Coming up tomorrow, the high school baseball game of the week presented by Mayberry's Furniture, Smith County at Watertown. 6 o'clock start time tomorrow night right here on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. For Cameron Hughes, I'm Jacob Vinson.